going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to my channel. I am Demi'sKicks, and today I will be telling you guys some deep stuff. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I post a lot of different things, and this one's actually very different. And sorry if I keep looking at the screen instead of the lens because it's just habit. So I wrote some notes on my phone because I will probably forget. And I'm not going to forget this time. It's October 16th. And this situation happened in April. So it's been 6 months since it's happened. And I think it's time to tell you guys. I just haven't because I don't want to be reminded of it. So that's why I keep putting it off. I'm going to give you some background information before I tell you guys the story. Because if you're not from Colorado, then this won't make any sense to you. And if you are from Colorado, you probably witnessed this or went through it as well. I am currently attending the University of Northern Colorado. And I went to Brighton High School, about an hour away from where I go to college. So, a Columbine shooting happened April 20th in 1999. So this year marked the 20th anniversary, which is why it was such a big deal to a lot of people. And you're like, okay, where did that come from? Well, this is why it's important. So I wrote down this information because I can't remember all of it. But there was a girl from Florida, and her name was Sol Pais. Apparently she was 18 years old. She didn't look 18. She looked 24, to be honest with you. But for some reason she was infatuated with the Columbine shooting. I think from what I can remember, 10 people died and like a bunch of people were injured in that shooting. It was 2 high school students that did the shooting. Yeah, Sol Pais was infatuated with this shooting that happened 20 years ago. So she made threats on her social media about the shooting. I don't know exactly what the threats were because I think they were on Twitter or something and I didn't see them. So on Monday, before April 20th, she flew from Florida to Colorado, and she purchased a gun in Littleton, Colorado. The news was talking all about it, like literally it was everywhere. And so there was like constant updates on her status. And apparently she was really close to Columbine High School. And that's what like set everyone off because like you literally made school threats. And now you're an hour from Columbine, the one that you're obsessed with, infatuated with. Like, I don't understand that. And you just purchased a gun. So like, how can someone not take you serious? Due to the threat to Columbine and all that, more than 20 other schools in the Denver area were put on lockdown Tuesday afternoon after they found out that she was in Colorado and she purchased a gun and she was near the area. And then a lot of schools ended up canceling school on Wednesday. My school is one of those, so I didn't have school on Wednesday, which was the 17th? Yes. So I didn't have school on Wednesday. And I kept watching the news, looking for updates on like what was going on and stuff. And apparently they found her dead body in the woods that day, so they think she killed herself with that gun that she purchased. I still can't put the puzzle pieces together. I don't understand why you would just fly to Colorado, buy a gun, and then just shoot yourself an hour away from Columbine High School. To me, that doesn't... I mean, I'm majoring in psychology, so like, I'm trying to like think logically like how this works, why it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up to me. So apparently she was found dead in the woods, but being me, I was like, okay, I'm still on high alert. Like, I don't know what to expect. What if that was like a distraction or like it's a lie or someone else? Like, you know, I don't know. So I didn't really know what to believe, but I honestly thought she was still alive somehow. So Thursday, we went to school. It was just a normal day. And then everything was fine. There was just a lot more cops out on campus and stuff like that. It was a crazy week to begin with, you know, because of all the school shooting threats. And then also for my school, it was prom. It was prom weekend on 4/20. Yeah, it was all kind of crazy and everything. Friday came, April 19th, It was a normal day for the most part. Everyone was like, okay, she's found dead in the woods, so nothing bad is gonna happen. And everything's put to rest, you know, like, this situation is over with. Well, it was fine to a certain point. And then it was almost the end of the day. It was 2 o'clock, and my principal comes on the intercom, and she has a shaky voice. And at that point, I was like, okay, what is going on? Like, you shouldn't be talking with a shaky voice, you know. And she says, we're in a lockdown situation, and it's not a drill. And I was like, I knew it. I knew something was wrong. Like, I knew something was gonna happen. I honestly was in shock because I was like, okay, I don't know if something is gonna happen or not. Like, you never know. So my school was put on lockdown. At the time, I was in my math class, and I was in a module. So it's a separate building from the actual school. There was 30 kids in my math class, about 30. We had to shove inside the bathroom in the module. It was hot. Everyone was scared and shaking, and people were crying, and I really had to go to the bathroom. We stayed in the bathroom for about 2 hours inside the bathroom, not knowing what was going on. I mean, we were in the module, so we weren't even inside the school experiencing what they were experiencing. After being in the bathroom for 2 hours, people were like, oh yeah, like, there's helicopters outside of our school, there's cops everywhere. So here's some footage of Friday, that day my school was on lockdown. There was a bunch of cops, and SWAT team had to come, and they were just on every edge, every street corner. I know one girl said that one of those SWATs came into their classroom and pointed the gun to their face. I don't remember exactly what happened, but that's all she said. So this is from the helicopter's point of view. There was probably 20 cop cars there, if not more. And then SWAT, and then the helicopters. I thought every school was on lockdown due to the school threats at Columbine and all that. No, it turns out we were the only high school put on lockdown with cops and helicopters at our school. And I was like, holy crap, this is an actual situation. Like, someone could be here. And I think what was going on in my head at that moment was, honestly, will I see tomorrow? Probably one of the scariest moments of my life was then. You always hear about these school shootings, school threats, but you never think, wow, this could actually happen to my school. And I think when it actually happened to my school, I didn't know what to feel. So at that time, I texted my friends, my family, and I said, you know what? If I don't live today, if I don't see tomorrow, just know, like, I love you and I appreciate you. That was going on through everyone's mind at that time. The thing is, when you're in a situation like that, anyone can say anything, and it could be a complete lie. So you don't know what's going on exactly if it's not coming from a cop. The cops aren't going to tell us what happened. A couple of my friends were telling me how they had to get evacuated from the school and run to the nearest church. So yeah, there was kids actually getting escorted out of the school to the nearest church with their hands over their heads and running. Like, I remember that. I didn't do that, but I know a lot of my friends had to do that. I was so scared. After 2 hours of being in the bathroom, a cop comes in and says, or he moves us to the gym, so we have to walk from the mods inside the school with our hands above our heads, walking in a straight line. And I remember walking, and there was helicopters just going around the school, and cops were lined up along this, like I remember this. And it's just so sad because like you shouldn't have to text your mom and be like, you know what, Mom, like, I love you. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it today. And like, I know I walked in before school started this year. I walked into, like, was it Office Depot or something, and they had bulletproof backpacks, and I don't understand. Like, sorry, I'm a mess. It's so scary to experience something like that. So we finally got dismissed, and we all had to go to the gym, and we sat in the gym for about an hour and a half. Cops were trying to figure out what was going on and all that stuff. So after the hour and a half, they kind of, I guess, figured it was safe to let us go, and it was about 5:30 already. So we were dismissed, and I had work that night, and I was just like so shaken up. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I went to work, and a kid broke his arm, and then there was more cops and an ambulance, and I was like, wow, today is just a great day. I remember texting this person, and I said, literally, like, I've never experienced something as scary as this before. I think all of it is just, you keep thinking about it, and it's like, what goes on in people's minds to want to do something like this? So, here's a little bit of background information for you guys.
This morning, communities in the Denver area are on edge. Authorities on the hunt, asking everyone to be on the lookout for 18-year-old Sol Pais. This has become a massive manhunt. The FBI said overnight they consider her to be a credible threat to the community and potentially to schools, pointing to past comments and recent actions. She has expressed an infatuation with Columbine and the events, the shooting there. Authorities say Pais was able to buy a pump-action shotgun and ammunition once she arrived in Colorado Monday. Student safety is the top priority as more than a dozen public school districts keep their doors closed today. Concerns about Pais led to lockouts at more than 100 schools in the Denver area, including Columbine High Tuesday afternoon, meaning exterior doors were locked and classes continued inside. Security was increased during dismissals, a chilling reminder of the new reality the country faces just days before the 20th anniversary of the mass shooting at Columbine High that killed 12 students and a teacher.
So yeah, just that was a little bit more background information for you guys, but to me, it's hard to put together what a person is thinking. What they say and what they do is two different things. But that was my experience, and it's unfortunate that we now have to deal with problems like that, and kids shouldn't have to be worried when going to school, you know, thinking in the back of their mind like something like this could happen. I remember we had an exchange student at our school, and she was telling her mom about what happened, and her mom said, oh, well, you chose to go to America, what do you expect? And I was like, why? Like, yeah, why has our society gotten like this? And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, and that's my experience. I had to tell you guys. I've been meaning to, I just kept pushing it off. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.